What's good? It's your boy Maurice VDC. Just wanted to come and make a video about being neutral. The reason why I feel like being neutral is so important in today day and age more than ever, because as we know, like the world is very much filled with like positive and negative. What I mean by that is everyone is, you know, always labeling things as being positive and negative and good and bad. And look, I am a believer in bad things. I'm a believer in good things. But I do believe in the middle ground. And I do believe in being neutral and just observing things as what they are and not trying to flip things as either positive or negative or label everything. And to me, a lot of things in today's world will take you out of your Zen state, which will take you out of your natural state of happiness, your natural state of abundance and feeling free and having everything you want. And that being said, I try to be neutral. I try to just observe things and uh and I just try to forget the consequence, because I think when you start to elevate and you start to operate at a higher consciousness, people are going to want to bring you back to your old self, back to who they're comfortable and familiar with. But growth requires change, and it's to the point now to where everyone is really dipping their lives and who they are in the spirituality. And it's a beautiful thing that, so many people can have these woke or conscious conversations with you about so many different topics and stuff. And the most awesome thing is seeing like the true goal of being woke, because there's three different categories. There's woke, there's conscious, and there's spiritual. And each is a higher level. And being woke is just being aware of things that's going on, and maybe even having a different perspective than what everybody else has that perspective of, and just being aware that a lot of things that we think is good for us are actually bad for us, can actually harm us, and it's not by accident. It's actually was put there to do those things. So that's like, well, conscious is like a very intelligent state of being, to where you realize that your consciousness, you realize that the body that you're in and this person that you're looking at, if you watching this video, is much deeper. It goes deeper into who we are, that we're actually the consciousness behind the mask that we wear, we're the consciousness behind the body that we reside in. Spiritual is all about the heart chakra, in my opinion. The middle ground of all chakras, your heart. It's about following your heart and trying to live a life of devotion and goodness and purity and things like that. Being spiritual is more about living a clean life, uh, doing good karma for others, trying to be there for them and help someone out in your life, and not just making and doing everything about yourself, maybe even helping other people in your life. So in a sense, that's what being spiritual is. And when you reach a certain state in being spiritual, you probably find more happiness in your life. Like, you find more, you be at a higher place of letting things go and come as they please. Not trying to hold and hoard everything beautiful in your life, but letting things freely come to you and freely go. You know, not holding on so much and really just letting go, and It's so deep. Some of us is new to spirituality. I can say that I am. I could say that maybe I've been woke since a kid, and maybe you have too. But being spiritual takes work and discipline and devotion to your journey, because there's always times where you may end up going back to your old version. You may end up having tendencies of being who you once were before you set aside who you used to be and decided to commit yourself and devote yourself towards union with God and peace within yourself. So, just don't let no one take you off the track. That's why being neutral is the way to where you are in a higher state of your mind, where you don't let things knock you off of who you are, and you don't let you get too negative and depressed to where you can't use your mind the way it's meant to be used. And all these are new topics today. Like today's election day, and I didn't vote, and I don't plan on voting. I'm not voting. The reason why I'm not voting is because that way I can say no matter what happens, no matter who becomes president, that I decide to take responsibility for my life. I decide to govern myself and make my own decisions, and not give my power away to those who don't have any interest in me or my family. Not one. I think that's the the beauty of a spiritual awakening, or being close to death, or meditating on death, is that you realize who really cares about you, who really wants the best for you, who loves you. Some call it God, some call it the self. Some say that yourself will be the only one to liberate you and to love you and to make beautiful things happen in your life. And in a sense, it's true, because everyone else, everyone is for themselves. And, you know, that's why this world is in an imbalanced place. Because nature, even though in nature some animals eat and try to attack other animals, right? But I'm talking in a deeper sense, because as humans, we can be deeper than our animal natures. We can realize that nature works together. It's an ecosystem. And right now, humanity is in the place of an ecosystem, to where it's all about the ego. It's all about these man-made constructs and things like that. But if you can find a place of being neutral within yourself, you'll always find home within yourself. So home is wherever you are, because life changes and life hits you fast. And if you are always being pulled by the current of life, then how can you ever be happy when everything and everyone is trying to take you away from your happiness? It's trying to take you away from who you are. But we're gonna overcome. We're gonna rise up as a people. Definitely, the people in the spiritual community. Those who are filling their hearts with love and gratitude, and their diets are pure. They're eating life and not death. To go further in the diet, they're watching beautiful things, things that move their souls, and not glory, horrible murders, and gossip, and things that weaken your soul, and things that can bring darkness within you. um, and listening to music that raises your vibration and music that has a positive message, not just talking about murder and sadness to keep you in this loop that you've been in your whole life. But I'm not perfect, I'm far from perfect, I'm just I'm just a man who realizes that I have a soul, and I want to do everything to protect that. Not only for me, but for others. I've been called selfish so many times, but I get to the point to where if you're getting called selfish, it's a sign that you're growing. It's a time that you're investing your energy into yourself, or you're investing your energy into things that matter and things that's going to get you somewhere in life, rather than giving all your energy away to places that doesn't serve you. So yeah, it's just a balance. It's all a balance of the push and the flow, the push and the pull of life. But when you're in this balance, try to find a middle ground of neutrality, being neutral. And I'm pretty sure it'll help all of us on our journey. Maybe one day I'll watch this video when I'm not neutral, when I'm super excited or super depressed, and I'll just get back to this point of the middle ground. Because we're all that we got. And we're the ones who's going to give us our salvation. No one else, no one's coming to save us. We're here. We're it. We're all that we have. Us, nature, and God. Peace.